The what, the where, the why, and the who with the Vishnu. Welcome back to Persona 1. And today we're taking part in the Deva Yuga.
All of it.
All
That's
of it.
why this part's half an hour long.
Oh yeah. All nothing but labyrinths and monsters. New enemies. Maui. These things have the arrow ability called Sad Attack, which is basically rapid fire arrow attack. It's the mid tier of the arrow spells. It's not that bad to deal with. And, however, given their formation, they're not going to just hit Mary, they'll hit all allies.
What does Berserk do?
Berserk? It relinquishes control of one of your allies. In return, they're able to do in return, they can hit harder with physical attacks.
No, so typical Berserk.
Yeah, that's all. They have a magical variant called Wildman. And we've seen Gus before. God, I wish I wasn't using walls, but you know me. I'm an asshole for anal for shit like that.
Hey, for what?
Walls.
What do you mean?
Walls is... Remember that persona I told you that sucked, that I hated, and I don't really want to use it? I'm using it here. This is Bless All. You know how temporary status magics work, and they see like a number next to that number?
I do.
Bless cures that by 1 level. Meanwhile, Chris yells out my dick and shoots him with an M2 carbine. Lovely.
Everyone's agreeing except the back one. Why is he being such a hipster?
Why is he making what? That makes him a hipster?
Oh, now he's dead. See?
Okay, yeah, but still, I want to know, why does that make him a hipster? He chooses not to follow the crowd?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm just wearing the latest of blue. You know, it's a really fun color. You guys never heard of it.
Now die.
Damn, that's a shame. What the hell did hipsters do to you? Were you traumatized by a hipster, Johnny?
No.
Did they make you cry, Johnny?
Not yet.
Not yet. Let me find out the hipsters making fun of you. I'll beat their ass. Of course, I have Cerberus on Chris, but my positioning for it is less than optimal, so he's not really going to get good range. Zap.
Just fucking die already.
Yeah, monsters start getting a little heavier to hit. That and my persona are a bit weak, but what can you do? Have stronger persona, man. Duh.
They don't look that weak. That one's new. Who's that?
That's Walls. Or Erd. They don't look weak, but she doesn't really lack the power, considering I had to alternate my fusion just to get her a goddamn offensive spell at 2nd tier. Trust me, she doesn't really have a whole lot of offensive abilities, and her healing is a bit weak too for a priestess class persona.
I felt something was escaping your throat, man. It's like, give it time, give it time. Ah, there goes the belch.
Yes, I had a very hearty breakfast, ladies and gentlemen. 2 sausage, egg, and cheese sandwiches. Why am I telling you this? Welcome to the game.
Well, we won a pizza tirade at the end of a session in Sonic Adventure.
Absolutely. And for those of you who are wondering, it was the meat lovers and an extra cheese pizza. Absolutely delicious. Son of a bitch. I swear this tower will be the death of me. Or pyramid.
This entire thing would be the death of us. This is, there's 3 floors to this, right?
5.
5 floors. Oh,
We go down 2, and then back up 3. And then back up 5.
Wait,
down.
Wouldn't that make it 8?
I don't really count, like, going back down and going back up on the same floor, going up a floor, piecing away. I can see why, technically that would be 8, but I don't go, like, 3 minus 2 equal 1, then plus 5, and therefore there's, like, 10 floors total. No. There's actually a song going on in the background here with actual lyrics.
What is it? What is it?
I have no idea.
Is it gibberish?
It's not gibberish, I just don't know what the hell it is.
Oh, it's Igor summoning more personas.
Equal. That would have been some shit. New enemy, Snaketail. Or Kiyohime. These things love using fire magic. You just hit them with ice magic and they die. Go figure, I don't have any fucking ice magic on me.
Damn it.
Well, actually, yes I do. I do have it with Chris. But usually with Chris, I'm spending it on better magic.
You wish.
Now, fortunately, though, you can also hit him with earth magic as well. Earth, ice, and, what's the other magic? Wind. You just can't hit him with fire. And I got the Cloud Sword, which automatically is a better sword for Nate than what I have on him now.
How rare are drops?
They're average. Except for Alice and her fucking Pagan King. As we can see here, immediately trumps the hell out of the Iron Blade.
Damn right.
There's another sword he could find that'll tide him over until I'm ready to return to Crow persona.
How long have we been holding on to the Iron Sword, Nate?
Ever since we returned the pawn back at the in the other world.
Sheesh, so a while.
Oh yeah, very long time. Strong enemies, well, not strong enemies. New enemy, Black Man.
These look like the guys in suits, only
Half
mechanically engineered.
They are. These are sort of the These are sort of the projects that Becca's been working on. Basically, with these guys, much like the human classes, they can't negotiate. They're kind of like the androids in a way. If you look really closely at the sport, you can see some metal on them too. Although they look like they have butt heads when you look too close.
Yeah, they do have
butt-shaped heads.
Yeah, but yeah, they are. They are butt heads.
Nate yelled at him. You butthead!
That one
That's
clearly hit the middle one, but only the left and right got affected by it.
Oh, wait till we get to see some weird shit. Especially if you miss with something like Megidoleon. Boosh! Miss.
Supernova missed.
Yeah, exactly. Great attractor. Miss. Huh? I just like spamming with the persona there just to get rid of it. Long shots are only rifle-based attack. It shoots one of your allies 3 times.
I like the little fake out.
I'm gonna punch you with my cannon arm. Bop!
Stay closely at my right arm. Watch.
Yeah, Cerberus really doesn't have much in terms of a real offense, so you gotta really make do with the glacier magic. Oh yeah! One thing I love about Cherries, despite their absolutely lame-ass attack skills, is their very high offensive magic power, so it's moot point. What was I doing here? I was doing something here.
I'm gonna call you dickhead.
Oh shit, I remember now. I got a call from my mother at this point.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Matt.
Well,
Why
yeah.
didn't I notice this?
Why didn't you notice this, Johnny?
Oh, it's like I'm not the one playing the game.
Oh.
now you forgot button inputs. Fuck, man. What a time to get Alzheimer's.
Now I remember how boring these fucking things were, and I got hooked on one of my something awful threads.
Then it switches to Crash Bandicoot. Like, Matt, you're recording!
Actually, what happened there was I was getting really bored with this kind of battle alone, so I decided to just offer like the personal replay value. I decided to automate the battle.
Automate the battle to look at the forms while you're recording.
Yeah.
Christ.
Hey, look, I love this game, but I'll admit it's aged.
This is a fantastic game. What's going on in the forums?
Oh, relax. I'm pretty sure that our fans are probably watching this video. It's just background noise.
You think so?
Think about it. All you gotta do is just close your eyes, imagine yourself running through a labyrinth, or have another tab open and imagine yourself running through the labyrinth.
What's stepping on broken glass every once in a while?
No, it sounds more like a dinky-ass sewer.
No, I'm talking about battle transitions.
Oh.
If they're just listening for background noise, they think they're stepping on glass.
In this place, though, it sounds like there's a lot of leaky piping, though. It constantly sounds like we're on some kind of wet floor.
Are you getting onto something, or are you just making an observation?
I'm making an observation.
Oh, okay.
What do you think is going on there?
I don't know. You're really fucking cryptic when it comes to plot elements.
That's not a plot element. I'm talking about what I'm hearing in the
I'm
damn
just saying.
area.
Sometimes I'm not sure if you're bringing up something for the sake of, I wonder what this is. We'll find out in part 33 when you stopped giving a fuck.
New enemies, clones.
Oh.
Well, not really clones. But they call themselves clones. They absorb physical attacks, but they're weak to magic. These things have an interesting quirk, though. When you talk to them with your negotiation tactics, sometimes they'll actually mimic your own negotiation tactics back at you. Like, if you do a magic trick with Chris, it'll say clone did a magic trick on Reiji. Or if Mark glared at the shadow, the clone would go, clone glared angrily at Mark. Something like that. It's nice
So
little
they
touch.
mimic you in a sense.
Yeah,
Or
to an
mocking
extent.
you, I guess.
To an extent. Where's the video?
Back in the development room.
Oh, you
Because
kinda...
I edited out 25 minutes of going absolutely fucking nowhere.
Oh, I know what happened there. I got turned around.
Yeah. I recall you telling me to look out for that when you were recording the footage, and I did.
Yeah.
25 fucking minutes of going nowhere. And I only noticed that after I edited out all the random battles. And then I noticed that, wait a minute, you just make a U-turn, you go right for the Velvet Room. I was like, fuck!
I make a U-turn
That
for the
wasted my
Velvet...
time.
I honestly didn't intend on going all the way back to the Velvet Room.
What happened, though? Like,
I got disoriented.
you keep switching to the fucking forms. You're recording! Focus!
No, I wasn't on the forums this time. I actually got disoriented. Like, I spun around when I was trying to find my way around the labyrinth. I kept going in one particular way, not checking my map. Next thing I know, I'm back at the 3rd floor on the Deva Yuga, I'm like, oops.
Yeah. So just for clarification, Matt hasn't really made any progress. You did fight. You pretty much fought every single random encounter you encountered. I think you got maybe like 3 spell cards
Yeah.
from some.
I was looking for the Prince X spell card. I wanted to make this persona Frost.
So for the
It's
sake
the final
of time,
persona of the Hermit Arcana.
Yeah. We cut it right to the Velvet Room.
Yeah.
So now when we leave here, we're gonna actually proceed to the Deva Yuga appropriately.
Theoretically.
No, you will. I know. I edit it.
Thank you. Sounds like a good time in there.
What are we making?
Frost. Or Byakko. One of the 4 Suling of the Chinese mythos. This one's the Wind Tiger. Gives your technique stat a fantastic boost. Not too bad in agility either. Sadly, its attack spells are a bit lacking. All 4 of them are in this game. Genbu's the Temperance persona. Saint Dragon or Seiryu's the World persona. And Phoenix's or Suzaku's the last of the 4. I'm here just trying to weather my options to see what else I can really make here. And it looks like there's nothing really viable worth making. Yeah, Viper sucks. Don't bother with Viper.
Wait, why does Viper suck?
No good attacks. Not really worth making. Nothing really worth noting about it, to be honest.
Not even if you trade it in.
Not even. Oh, if you trade it in, you get a gun called the Twin Tower, which is 2 shots and really powerful. But you can honestly easily compromise that with the versatility of the final gun you buy for them. Technically, the most powerful gun one could afford, or the most powerful rifle, I believe, is the Heaven Gate you get for returning St. Michael.
Yeah.
But you need Ellen in the party for that, and St. Michael rocks as a persona, so there's no point in returning that either. So what do you think of the Deva Yuga, Johnny? White as hell, huh?
Very
Perfect for a Guido.
boring.
Yeah, it's very white for. Yeah, it's very white. Perfect for a Guido.
Guido has really miserable taste.
He's a miserable man. He really is. What do you think? What do you think you see on the walls there? Like, you think it's like an early trade barter system or something?
I don't know.
I mean, not a barter system. It's more like a denial. Halt! You must pay me 5 tokens to pass through this way.
Tokens? Yeah.
Or drachmas. I don't know. Whatever the fuck the Roman currency was at the time. Here I am just shooting the shit again for more cards because
Yeah, I believe
I'm a whore.
Yeah, I believe you're negotiating this time.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna stare down these little monsters or women kind of things.
Passionately?
Yeah. She got some jungle fever. Oop.
I want to do you.
Mark probably would have fucked this thing.
Wait, I realize now I'm really late in asking this, considering we're 17 parts in, each part being over 25 minutes long. Is that a D or a P on Mark's hat?
I'll have to see it again next time the portrait comes up.
Well, then again, if you don't know off the top of your head, then you won't know the answer to the other question I was going to ask you. What does it stand for?
D, dickhead. P, persona. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that shit? Like a K or a D for dickhead? Like,
Well, he kind of is a dickhead.
how's he a dickhead?
I don't like him.
I don't like the look of that guy's face.
He has a bullshit face.
The fucking lips.
What a dickhead.
Damn. Well, it's better. Well, honestly, the cap seems more like something a kid would wear. You remember Mark's hat in the PSP version? Mark's hat looks like a goddamn golf hat.
White Mark was wearing a fucking
Golf hat.
some sort of Hot Topic.
I had no idea what the
yellowish
fuck kind of hat that was. I can't. It reminds me of a golf tournament, though.
I don't know any golf players that wear that shit.
No, seriously. Like, if you ever seen like one of those like golf trophies they get sometimes where they have like the symbols of like not symbols.
So you say Mark's wearing a trophy on his
Yeah,
head?
that's exactly it. He's wearing a trophy. And it had to be golf because he's apparently white. New enemies. Silas, or we were him at Snaketail. The monsters to the right and left of them are Silas. I have no idea what their mythos they're from. But they're really not a monster worth any of note, really, to be honest. I bet the most unique thing I could really think about them is
Wait a minute.
What?
The second level of holy is holy-er?
Yeah. Holier,
Holiest.
holiest.
And it's not even, it's supposed to be Holier. This is literally holy ER.
Translation. For Christ's sake, Johnny, we've already seen I to go with you.
Wait, what? What?
We've already seen I'll to go with you. What the fuck? It's really supposed to be Hama, Mahama, and Hamayon, but... Fuck if I know, like I said, the translate. They failed English.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I guess dead. Mark alert, dead her.
No, that would be, Deadmore.
Dead
More dead. No,
I don't-
more dead.
I don't think you're dead enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna render you more dead. Oddly enough, though, the tier 3 magic of that is extinct. Which sounds really badass.
That sounds badass. Not as badass as Quadruple X. Or Zap.
Quadruple X sounds like a fucking algebra equation. And Zap sounds like something Bart Simpson would say. Zap! You think they do that in Final Fantasy VI?
What? Zap?
Yeah, they just go good and go, hey, Kafka! Zap!
Well, Zap is a Final Fantasy 1 NES translation.
For what?
So is Quadruple X. Quadruple X is Spanish.
XXXX is Spanish? Imagine some kid actually forgetting 1X when they look that up.
Zap, I don't know what that's supposed to be. It's another instant death.
Is it electric?
Woogie woogie woogie?
No.
I don't know.
Just is it like a plain simple...
It's not electric, it's just an instant death spell. But I don't know what's that supposed to be.
Death?
No, but death is rub.
Rub!
Yeah.
And you bash on this game for its fucking
Hey,
translation.
I'm not saying that's any better.
Rub. Fuck is that shit?
I'm gonna rub one out. The enemy can't take it.
He comes and he goes at the same time.
If we ever do one day get to the original NES Final Fantasy, we're gonna have a fucking ball with the names.
Sure, we're already having somewhat of a cheap laugh with these. For Christ's sake, we already have fucking Isol.
What's the you're looking at the map extensively. I see the tree. I already know what that is. But what's the cross?
The cross is the healing station. Or Trish.
I know you classified it as gibberish, but I'm just trying to make out what the lyrics are to this place.
I don't know what the fuck they're saying either. It's not gibberish. But I have no idea what they're really saying. I know it's in a different language, though.
Is it? What language? If it ain't English, you don't know.
Sanskrit.
Sanskrit? That's a font.
No, there's actually is a Sanskrit language.
How do you speak wingdings?
Not wingdings, not Sanskrit. Sanskrit. Sanskrit.
Okay.
I would know this because that's what they use in Final Fantasy XII to try to tell you where you are in the Great Crystal, and that spectacularly fucking failed.
Is it like similar to like learning alphabet in 10?
No, it's more like trying to learn French, authentic French, when you know nothing of the French language.
Then there's no way you can learn the language in game.
Oh, there's no way you can learn the language in game. That's pretty much Google or Maps. Like, yeah, fuck this shit. Game facts, maps, thank you. Cause God knows I fucking hated the Great Crystal.
I'm gonna scratch that off my bucket list one day. I'm gonna learn alphabet.
Why would you want to learn alphabet?
Why not?
You know
Am I
what?
gonna
That's
die
actually,
if I don't?
actually, you know what? That's a perfect counter to my argument, Johnny, because there have been colleges I've seen where you can actually study fucking Klingon.
Oh, well.
I don't believe they... And I'm, like, imagining somebody... I can imagine some fucking parents seeing that on their kids', coursework. Wow, you're wasting $15,000... Or you're putting yourself $15,000 in debt for Klingon.
I would be furious if that was an actual college course to learn Klingon.
Wow. For what? What job interview are you gonna go talking like a fucking...
Yeah, I'm saying if someone's paying you to teach you a language you can probably learn on the internet, then you're getting severely ripped off.
Hey, colleges ain't gonna be too shy about... Colleges are not too shy about doing that kind of thing. You wanna waste your money? Fuck it, they need the money. You're wasting your time, that's all.
Your loss.
Exactly. Ow. Chris just keeps slamming Mark's head into everything.
You keep making 360s and 180s, you're disoriented.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, that's what happened in the last 25 fucking minutes.
Now, we are actually proceeding, believe it or not.
Yeah, I know. It's just, you know, you see one tile, you've seen them all. I'm imagining a screenshot let's play this game. You just take one picture of the fucking hallway, leave it up to the top, and then the rest of it are just enemy formations.
You know, you're not missing much. The textures of these walls are the exact same fucking thing, except when you're going near a door or elevator.
So, Ivory?
Say what?
You think it's Ivory?
Ivory? Oh, I don't know. Guido would use ivory. The bastard.
Alright, a room! Shit to happen.
Elephants are extinct because of Guido.
Well, if we don't stop, the rest of the world's gonna be extinct.
Everyone is repeating themselves?
Yeah.
Everyone's talking like Guido. Hey, hey! Hey, don't talk about... Oh, oh!
Oh, man. And we get some life orbs, some strength essences, and the BL tablet. That's gonna make Genbu.
Holy shit, are we almost out of here?
We're halfway through.
Halfway?
Yeah, Deva Yuga is a hell of a tower.
Not really much of a... It's not really... It doesn't look like a tower.
Alright, pyramid, whatever the fuck it is. Technically, that is kind of what it was, wasn't it? Yeah, we looked inside the mirror, and they turned it into a fucking pyramid.
I'm grateful you have a map system, even though you've never been in here before.
Well,
but it does make you wonder where the hell the map came from.
Does that really matter? Maybe like it's like bitching about the merchant.
I'm not gonna degrade if I were reviewing the game, I wouldn't detract a point from it. I'm just asking.
I know, but seriously, it's like who cares?
That's why this is stop me from asking.
They pulled the map out of their ass, okay? Shit, I mean that's like complaining about the merchant in Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Man, I really hate this Ganado guy here selling me weaponry.
I question the merchant too, but I don't care because I buy shit from him.
It's a gameplay element. Relax.
Yeah, I know.
Mechanic. You gotta yell about everything. You're gonna make Vishnu sad. New enemies. Shalom. These things will spam wave magic and what was it? Wave magic and lightning. By the way, those things they're holding, they're actually heads. I thought they were purses at first.
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about. It's just
I wasn't paying attention to how exactly those things looked on my first go, and I thought they were purses, and I was
heads
like,
of what?
Just another severed head or something. These things are weak to tier 1 magic. Blasting what you got. Although I have to admit, it's kind of weird for them to look like southern bells.
Jesus.
Distro. So long. They look really tall for women too. Or women demons.
Vixens.
Southern bells.
Southern bells.
You didn't get Southern Belle from their look?
Your defense is substantially higher than your attack.
Yeah, that's why I usually tend to ignore my defensive stat half the time. Plus,
So,
usually
that's
agility
natural?
boosts that up sometimes.
That's just natural?
Not really natural, but it really depends on how you build them up. But like I said before with technique, how it usually boosts up a lot of other stats too. Agility ends up boosting up your defensive stats as well, so there's no real harm in doing those and neglecting your vitality. And another room. Will we see more gibbering nihilism? Damn, Mark, relax. Success is a journey, not a destination.
If you talk to them, what do they say?
If you prick us, do we not bleed? Do I talk to them? Yep. Yeah, they're all nihilists. I think they've been hitting the Deva Yuga a little hard. And some dude just transformed. Or his mind just warped.
HP essence.
Hit point essence. Yeah, when you use those, you gain like your particular stat in that area goes up by 1. Or in the case of HP and SP essences, you gain 5 more points in them.
Permanent.
Permanent,
Boost,
yeah. If you ever want to get more of them, you have to go to like the Chinese commodity shop, and you gotta trade your jewels with this one woman who has them. I think it's a colossal waste of fucking time to do that, though.
Well, that's one thing that, like, in like Final Fantasies anyway, like, you get Soma drops or golden apples to permanently increase your HP. I never really found the point in that.
New enemies, water asps and virtue. The
Water asp? Oh, sorry.
Water asp.
Water, oh, sorry, I thought you said lore ass. I was like, what?
Lore ass?
War ass.
Sounds like a goofy name I should take advantage of.
Anyway, what were you saying?
The water asps just do the attack called Icy and Parabite. They're no threat, they're just HP sponges.
Parabite inflicts paralysis, I imagine.
Yeah. The other one is, the Virtue has Holy Magic, a Cure-All spell, fire magic, and I forget no, it's 2 variations of holy magic, fire magic, and healing, and an all healing magic. But they're ultimately no threat either, unless they like to spam Medea a few times. But they never really do that. Zap, zap, zap. You know what? I can actually imagine it being cattle prods too.
Yeah, I mean, especially if that was an electric attack.
Lighter.
Let me flick you in, you light.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks. Chris has tried to smoke this cigarette all fucking day.
Well, that was some subtle advertising. I will annihilate my enemies with this Zippo lighter. Or what if he just blew a fart with that? Red fire.
Right up your ass.
They look like...
I was kind of hoping that was more than 2 hits. It's like, ooh,
This here's Tet Raja. It protects you against 1 light and 1 dark type attack. Or rather, protects the party from 1 light, 1 dark type attack. Pretty helpful stuff. Not to mention...
Do the enemies do light and dark attacks?
Yeah, lighter is a light...
I know lighter. I'd imagine lighter would be a light attack.
Curse is a dark type attack.
Yeah.
So is Hama and Muda. But angels also have a weakness to Uzi automatics. What?
That's just going into the whole contemporary setting that I was talking about last time.
How is it so weird for something to not...
It's just... No, it's
Are
just...
you strong against Uzi automatics?
Out of context, it sounds weird.
Oh, god damn, dude. Broaden your horizons.
The agents hate Uzi. I'm just saying out of context it sounds weird. Fuck, I'm not critiquing your persona.
Oh, that's a critique. No, but seriously, it's like, I understand that, though. It's kind of weird that they're particularly weak to Uzi automatics, but if you hit them with a shotgun, they don't bother, they don't even flinch. They're really picky on what they get hit with. Which is, and it's doubly weird that they resist all magic for that. Oh, what's that fire? Pshaw. Uzi! Pow! This seems to be a new encounter, and it is. Karak and I forget the fat one's name. The elephants in the back do absolutely nothing of interest. I'm not kidding. They're dull fucking monsters.
Why are they, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
Their abilities are like Petri Cure, Life, and Life is actually called... Life is not Life, it's Rakarndra. Which means they'll kill themselves and divvy up the remaining HP between all the other allies that are left. Drum Punch, Lighten, which is basically a stronger variation of my Shuraigeki, of the Electro spell Nate's tossing around. But in reality, they just really serve to have defensive powers. Gishin... The Karak monsters or the skeletons are a different story. They're packing Tier 3 Earth Magic and Tier 3 Fire Magic. Fortunately for me, they don't have the offensive magic power to make use of it, but it's still worth getting their card if you ever want to make something with their cards. That's about it. They also have an ability called Triple Hit, which despite it sounding is not 3-hit strike, is actually it hits many of your... It hits whoever's in the range of the sword with a, sword attack.
You fucking firecrackers?
Yeah.
Ah!
Going out with a bang. You shall not pass.
Damn right. The gun that he was using, he did 7 fucking hits.
Yeah. Yeah, but those kind of guns usually lack power, but since you're able to hit them multiple times, or if you're lucky enough you get a few critical hits in the process, you easily off-put the fact that the guns have low power. In fact, his ultimate machine gun comes from returning the level 46 Persona Vixen, which gives you the Holy Vulcan, which is like 19 or 20 some power, or maybe even less than that, but it's still 7 hits, and it hits pretty damn good, actually. So you combine that with something like the Whispers or the Dead Ends from returning Cerberus, and you have 7 particular chances to inflict petrification on a monster. Stop.
In the name of love.
In the name of love. In this tower? Hey, a switch. We haven't seen these since the factory dungeon. You're going to be looking around the 5th floor here for 2 particular switches.
To open a door.
No, you're going to... Well, to fall down a pit.
To fall down. Why do we even have that lever?
I can't imagine Guido saying that too. Maggie, dear child, why do we have this lever here if it just causes people to fall through the floor?
Because you're Guido.
What does my race, what does my nationality have to do with anything, you brat?
That's your name, sir.
All I know is that, however, this is like the part where in the dungeon where you know you're almost sort of done.
If we're skipping almost all these encounters now, that we pretty much ran into everything we need to, unless anything comes on top of your head that we haven't exactly shown off yet.
Pretty much we've seen them all. Unless there's a different formation.
No, I'm skipping those two.
You skipped the different formation battles?
Yeah, because you already fought the enemies.
The enemies, yeah, but not the formation. The formation
You're
can
not
usually
doing
change
anything
things.
different.
Oh, alright then. You go that way if you want to get back to the beginning in case you're not ready to fight the Guido.
So that wait, is that where we need to go?
No. Up the stairs, all around here to the other room. The PSP version fixes the dungeon a bit so that when you fall down, you end up meeting the Velvet Room and the tree there, so in case you need to save and use your
Yeah, you
personas.
said that they were placed closer to each other.
Yeah.
In the PSP version.
No, that's down there on the first floor, but there's another set here.
Once again, we find ourselves waiting until tomorrow to find out who's behind the double doors.
See you then.
See you then.